We all know that woman. The one who's calm and in control most of the month, and then for about a week before her period, becomes a different person around chocolate. The drawer opens. The bar is gone. She doesn't fully understand why. Her partner doesn't understand why. She might even tell herself she's being weak. Maybe that woman is you. And here's what I need you to hear before we go any further. You're not weak. You're not undisciplined. You're not failing. What you're going through is one of the most scientifically documented patterns in human nutrition, and it has almost nothing to do with willpower. It has to do with 4 specific changes happening inside your body during the second half of your menstrual cycle, and 100 years of marketing that taught you, specifically, to reach for one product to fix all of them. In a moment, I'll show you why research at MIT proved that the drop in estrogen before your period also drops your serotonin, the neurotransmitter responsible for emotional stability, and how your brain learns to reach for one specific food to fix it, and why chocolate contains 4 different psychoactive compounds, not just sugar, that no other common food has in the same combination. By the end of this video, you'll understand more about your own cravings than 90% of doctors and nutritionists who told you to just eat more vegetables and be more disciplined. Quick question before we dive in. If you experience PMS chocolate cravings, when in your cycle do they hit hardest? And do you reach for milk chocolate or dark? Tell me in the comments. Your answer matters more than you think. You're not failing. You're navigating a biochemical storm. Once you understand what's actually happening, you stop fighting yourself, and you start working with your body instead of against it. The first force is the most important one, the one that explains why the cravings feel uncontrollable. Your serotonin is dropping, and your brain has learned to fix that with one specific food. During the second half of your menstrual cycle, called the luteal phase, your estrogen levels begin to fall. Research from Dr. Richard Wertman at MIT showed decades ago that estrogen and serotonin are linked. When estrogen drops, serotonin drops with it, and serotonin is the neurotransmitter that controls mood stability, anxiety, sleep quality, and impulse control. So before your period, you're not in a bad mood because you're being dramatic. You're in a bad mood because your brain chemistry literally has less of the mood-stabilizing chemical it needs. And the brain, being the survival machine it is, starts looking for ways to fix that. Enter chocolate. And here's where it gets fascinating. Chocolate isn't just sugar. Chocolate is the only common food on Earth that contains 4 different psychoactive compounds in a single bite. Theobromine, a mild stimulant related to caffeine. Phenethylamine, which researchers call the molecule of love because it triggers dopamine release. Anandamide, an endogenous cannabinoid, meaning it activates the same brain receptors that cannabis does, just much more mildly. And tryptophan, the amino acid that your body converts into serotonin. Your brain isn't randomly choosing chocolate. It's choosing the one food that simultaneously raises dopamine, mimics calmness through cannabinoids, and provides the building blocks to restore the serotonin you just lost. On top of all that, chocolate, especially dark chocolate, is one of the highest dietary sources of magnesium, and women in the luteal phase often run a magnesium deficiency. Research has shown that magnesium deficiency itself increases food cravings. So part of what you're feeling is your body asking, accurately, for a mineral it actually needs. This is not weakness. This is your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do: solve 4 problems at once with the most efficient food it knows. Quick pause here. If this is the first time you've heard your cravings explained this way, do 2 things real quick. Hit the like button. It's the only signal YouTube uses to show this video to other women who need to hear it. And subscribe to the channel, because this is part of an ongoing series telling you the truth about your body that almost no one else is willing to explain clearly. Now, let's keep going. The second force is what made the chocolate craving so specific. Not cookies, not bread, not pasta, chocolate. And the reason is cultural, not just biological. Research by Dr. Marcia Pelchat at the Monell Chemical Senses Center found something remarkable. Women in cultures where chocolate isn't marketed as a PMS remedy or a comfort food crave it significantly less during their menstrual cycle. The biological need for serotonin and magnesium is universal, but the specific reach for chocolate is learned. For the last 100 years, advertising taught women, specifically women, that chocolate is a reward. That chocolate is comfort. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. You're worth it. Treat yourself. Every commercial, every Instagram post showing a woman curled up on a couch with a chocolate bar during her period reinforced one specific message. When you feel bad, eat this. Repeated thousands of times over decades, that message becomes neurological wiring. The biology is real, but the specific target, chocolate, instead of all the other foods that could provide tryptophan and magnesium, is learned. The third force is the trap inside the trap. The chocolate most women crave is the worst form of it for the very problem they're trying to solve. Milk chocolate is mostly sugar and milk fat with a small amount of cocoa. It spikes insulin sharply, and then, 90 minutes later, your blood sugar crashes, your mood worsens, and you crave chocolate again, even more intensely. The craving cycle perpetuates itself. Dark chocolate, 70% cocoa or higher, has the opposite effect. Much more magnesium, more of the psychoactive compounds your brain is actually asking for, much less sugar. The same craving, satisfied with a fraction of the calories, and without the crash that triggers the next craving. So here's what to actually do. First, raise your magnesium during the luteal phase. Dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, dark chocolate in moderate amounts. A magnesium glycinate supplement can also help. Talk to your doctor first. Second, switch from milk chocolate to 70% or higher. A small piece, 20 to 30 grams, gives you the compounds your brain wants without the sugar crash that perpetuates the cycle. Third, get tryptophan from other foods. Turkey, eggs, oats, bananas, salmon. Combined with complex carbohydrates, they help your body convert tryptophan into serotonin slowly and stably. Fourth, light movement during the luteal phase. Walking, yoga, swimming. Exercise raises serotonin naturally and gives your brain something else to want. You're not weak during PMS. You're handling 4 biochemical changes at once in a culture that taught you to fix them with one specific food. Once you understand that, you stop blaming yourself and you start working with your body, with knowledge, with intention. The chocolate craving isn't your enemy. It's your body trying to communicate. Now you know what it's asking for, and you have better ways to give it. Tell me in the comments, what stage of your cycle hits you hardest, and which comfort food pattern do you recognize most in yourself? Be honest. This conversation is more valuable when we're all being real about what we actually experience. I read every single comment. See you in the next one.